One of the biggest parts of a high school career is taking the SAT. And I would like to say before I go on that you are not a number. I'm a high school senior, and I know what it's like sometimes to feel like a number when you're taking the SAT because it's such an important admissions factor, and here's why. What a lot of students fail to realize, or they just don't know, is that much of a school's ranking depends on what kinds of SAT scores they take. Certainly other factors are taken into account, but when you look at U.S. News and World Report and you look at the college listing, it's no accident that all of the top 25 have roughly the same SAT scores, score ranges. So that's one reason why the SAT is so important when it gets to the admissions committee. They have sort of an obligation to take high scores for their academic standing. Also, the SAT can be used to validate other parts of the application. So if a student thinks for some reason that they should lie in their essays and say that they read books, 10 books a week, they've been reading since they were 5, reading every book under the sun, and then they go to the SAT 2 literature test and they score a 300, they obviously haven't been reading as much as they say. Also, it's used to validate a school and the teachers recommending you as well. If a teacher recommends you in the top 5% academically, if you've seen the common application, there's a checkpoint or check mark that they can make based on how you do academically, top 10% they've ever seen, and then there's the top 5%. So if you're recommended the top 5%, say that teacher's a Spanish teacher, you have an A+ in the class, and then you get a 1 on the Spanish AP test and a 300 on the SAT 2 Spanish subject test, you probably are not as great academically as that teacher is saying you in that subject. So it's interesting that the SAT can have an effect like that. This has been some advice from Bradshaw College Consulting.